That never gets old.
Did it work?
It worked. We're good. We're up. We're
What's
up.
up, boys?
We're rocking and rolling. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. This is postgame. This is the Tusk Talk with Time postgame show. As you can see on my screen, we're doing things a little bit differently. We've got the SEC Unleashed podcast. All three of us here on this postgame.
Yeah.
Mr. Travis Ford, how are you?
Good. I'm about to go buy some headbands.
Oh, yeah, for real.
So I can make 17 million threes.
White ones, right? Just the white plain.
Hey, it works for Devo sometimes in March.
That's true. In March, it did. You're not wrong. Tim Neal, what's going on?
Yes, sir. I'm feeling a lot better after the second half than I was after the first half.
Tim, you're talking through your computer mic.
Yeah, your computer mic.
It's not your actual mic. It's wrong.
Well, while he's figuring that out, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the show here. Don't forget to go check out SEC Unleashed, which is right here on YouTube, kind of all over the place. We've already got one recorded episode. Well, I say recorded. Sorry, it was live. We're going to do our next one probably next week. Travis is out of town. Our schedule is just kind of busy this week. Please make sure you guys go check out that channel. All right. Shout out to Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. Same day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, better than best results. Travis, did you know that?
That's what I hear.
Affordable outcomes, free estimates. 501-244-3667. Again, that's 501-244-3667. They operate out of Central and Northwest Arkansas. All right. We're going to try and read your comments too. We'll throw those up on the screen. Arkansas gets the dub. Wasn't always pretty. Another second half, pretty good adjustments to the second half. Arkansas got it done. I think that's what matters. Tim, what was your initial takeaway in that? Just the way that second half unfolded.
Well, I don't know. Can you hear me better now?
Nope.
Nope. Weird. I don't know what's going on.
Mic on the program, bro. I had to select the camera. Sorry, guys, we're live. This is pain in the ass.
I did actually select the mic, though. I don't know.
Sound
great. Great. So anyway, the second half was definitely what I wanted to see after watching that first half. It looks like we're going to be a second half team this year, and that's a little bit scary.
Yeah,
but good. Yeah. Go on.
Oh, I said I feel like that's the important half.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going to be a second half team this year, and hopefully we get that figured out. But to get out rebounded, it felt a lot like last year. To get lost on defense a little bit, it felt a little bit like last year, and then all of a sudden we decided we could shoot. We could play some defense. I think the turnover margin was huge. But really it happened. A lot of the shooting and the turnovers happened toward the end of the second half. Once we got on a run, our guys seemed to feed off of it, and I loved it.
Travis, thoughts, second half?
So, yes, okay, second half, because my first note is our perimeter game is trash. Like, as I sat down and watched the game, that was the first note I made. I was like, our perimeter game is garbage. Second half was great, man. I think the defense stepped up a lot, which defense usually early in the season is going to be the thing that a good team is going to be the best at anyway. The offense comes with it. But yeah, I mean, the turnovers and the transition shooting is awesome. And Big Z just went crazy today.
Yeah, I love the way they responded in the second half. Did you see the 3-point shooting difference between the first and the second half?
Yeah.
19% first half shooting outside. Then I think it ended up being like, I don't know, 78, 82%, something like that in the second half. What a turnaround. So very impressed with that. Yeah. Zvonimir was him tonight. 5 blocks. Two boards. Would like to see that number jump, but I'm not going to be too picky. 19 points, just 3 turnovers. I say just 3 turnovers, 3 steals. This man, I don't know. Imagine if he could play consistently start to finish around the rim, because, and I've made this comment multiple times, especially on defense, he gets a little lost underneath the rim. His post play at times is a little like, what are you doing? And then he does want to try to stretch the floor out by knocking down threes. And listen, I mean, when you shoot 6 of 7 outside, bro, big man, go do your thing. Go do your thing, big man. Was very impressed with him tonight. He was also, he was 6 of 8 overall shooting. Again, the 2 boards, 0 assists. Like, okay, whatever. He was obviously playing outside a little more, trying to get that down. I will start off with, because I want to do this. I want to start off with the good and the bad and maybe the ugly. So the ugly, we could argue, might have just been the overall first half play.
Yes.
But since I know that's going to be taken, I want to go with the free throw shooting tonight, 50%.
I actually was thinking that you're not going to win a whole lot of games shooting 50% from the free throw line. That's going to be key. We're going to have games come down to free throws being key. 7 of 14 is pretty bad. Obviously the 3-point shooting in the second half, 67%, I think, for the second half.
Oh, okay. 67. Okay.
Made up for it. Yeah. I have the stats pulled up here from,
okay. I don't have the stat broadcast up.
My biggest thing on Z was like, he didn't get any rebounds because he was on the perimeter the whole damn night.
He was.
He's everything. I think Travis said this in our little private chat. He's everything Connor Vanover wished he was.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Someone in chat says, how can we act like rebounding? Where'd it go? Where'd the comment go? Someone said a comment about rebounding. So, no, we're not saying that rebounding doesn't matter. We're just simply saying that his rebounding, I'm not too concerned about. If he's going to knock down 6 of 7, if he wants to float around the perimeter and he's knocking down 6 of 7, like, bro, someone else could probably help out on the rebound end of things.
I think sorry to cut you off. I think Coach Cal, actually, they had a 3-point shoot at one of those spring things, and then he literally asked the crowd, do you think Big Z needs to be shooting threes? And everybody was like, no. And then it's like, don't you feel dumb? Like, yeah.
Really. I didn't know that. And, I think that's Cal's approach with him, is that he does have a slow release outside. It's a real kind of slow setup. But when you're 7'2", you don't have to be a dribble or a quick bounce up in the air, quick shot. You don't have to be that guy. You could do kind of whatever you want, because it's not like you're going to have a lot of contested shots when you're 7 foot plus out in the trying to knock down the corner pocket 3. Knock it down the corner pocket trace. If you notice, that's where defense is on both ends of the floor. And I've noticed this over the years. Everyone's slow to react to those corner pocket 3s because they don't expect anyone to try and shoot out there. That's starting to change a little bit more in Arkansas with Nelly Davis, Big Z, a couple other guys. They're trying to make a habit of shooting that corner pocket 3. It's nice to know they might have someone be able to do that. Now, I think the big question moving forward for Arkansas is, can you build off of what you did in the second half outside with your outside shooting? Can this be something we expect, and not just in the second half? Can we expect better? None of this 22% crap. None of this, 1 of 12 outside shooting, or 2 of 12, 2 of 15 outside shooting in the first half. Let's make these 3 balls. And sometimes it's just a matter of the ball dropping, right? It's just a matter of it.
Yeah. So Sean in the chat says we're in trouble if a big can't be our only outside shooter, and I think that's absolutely right. We're not going to be able to rely on him to be the outside shooter. We need him to be a big who also can stretch the floor.
Uh-huh.
I mean, going into conference play, that's not going to be an acceptable way to try to win games, is to have him out there shooting threes the whole time. It's nice when he can do it, but we've got to have other guys step up.
Melo's got to chill, bro. Melo is just like, how y'all going to act like this? The rebounding and all this shit. What are you talking about? They're not that tall. Bro, Melo, take a chill pill. We just started, bro. We just started. Slow down. We get it. They're not big.
Yeah.
I do.
There's a lot of there's a lot of people pointing out the injuries too, and that's true.
Yeah.
Brazil went down tonight. Edu was hurt. Boogie was hurt. I mean, we're fortunate it's November and not February.
No doubt.
Yeah. Going over these numbers, we'll start with Troy, and then we're going to get to the gold chain. Going with Troy, I mean, they shot, I think, 40% in the first half. I mean, Tim, I think you've got it on your screen. I think it was right around 40-something percent.
First half. Troy in the first half shot 40% from the field, 27% from three, 67% from the free throw.
Okay, so here's how they ended up. 38% overall shooting, 21 of 55. 15% outside shooting. That number drops. 3 of 19. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they hit a 3 in the second half? And if they did, I think it was.
They got clamped up pretty good in the
second half. They were 3 for 11.
So they hit all their threes in the second half?
3 for 11.
So what did they shoot in the first half outside?
Oh, sorry, first half. My bad.
Okay.
Looking at the wrong one. Yeah, no, they were 0 for 8. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. 0 for 8 in the second half, 3 of 19.
Yeah.
And they didn't get a lot of trips to the free throw line either. They were just 57% there, 4 of 7 attempts. And their bench with a grand total of 11 points. Jackson Fields, who I thought would be kind of a pain in their side, kind of was tonight for them, number 15. He was 6 of 8 shooting, 0 for 1 outside. Him and Rigsby could not get going, Connerway could not get going outside. But Fields is their leading scorer with 13 points. He had 6 boards, 1 assist, and just 2 turnovers. This is what's wild, and this should probably stand out as much as anything. Troy with 24 total turnovers tonight.
Yeah,
that is insane. And
Arkansas,
is that 'cause
they're so bad, or is that because our defense is so good? Is the question.
Their handles were a little strange. Did you notice that? Like their handles, like they struggled, and I think some of that was obviously Arkansas. I thought some of that was a lot of it was Boogie Fland.
Yeah,
and how their hands.
Of their 24 turnovers, we had 16 steals. Someone else pointed that out in the chat. 16 steals is I mean, that's testament to the defense we put on the floor. So
absolutely.
How many of those did Boogie get? Because he was on
it.
Boogie is he's living up to the billing for sure.
Yeah, almost a double again tonight. 12 points, 7 assists, 3 steals. He did turn the ball over a little bit tonight, 4 times out of your point guard who didn't get all the minutes in the world. You're not super in love with that, but listen, 7 assists, 12 points. You're not too upset.
I want to talk about these 2 missed dunks. That's what I want to talk about. That was embarrassing.
Dude, their play on offense around the rim was weird tonight. And I noticed that was the same thing against oh man, I'm already brain farting.
Lipscomb?
No, who Arkansas lost to?
Baylor.
Baylor. I don't know why TCU kept coming up into my brain. Baylor. I noticed that a little bit too. They struggled finishing at the rim, and they're weird with their little 5-foot floaters. They don't ever fall.
They seemed really sloppy in the first half tonight. I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like it was the first time they'd ever played basketball together,
Well, yeah, and they have to, they just cannot. I mean, they started off once again 0 for 5 outside shooting. I mean, it's more of the same. I'm glad they got red hot in the second half. Yes, Troy doesn't have the talent. Yes, Troy is not big. I hope so. I hope you're happy now for the people complaining about us not talking about that. But they, still like they were scrappy. Troy was scrappy. They held their own. Arkansas still held these guys to 49 points. That's not bad. I'm not totally in love with 65 points for Arkansas at home. But, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to be said for this is game 3, really. Game 3. If you remember when we announced Coach Cal as coach, we had 0 players. So everybody on the team is new except Brazil, who, he came back, but he wasn't technically coming back, if I remember right, when Cal was here. That was something that happened after.
Yeah, he came back from the portal.
So everybody's new. There's there's a few games worth of chemistry, a few practices worth of chemistry. I'm not too worried about slow starts in game 3. I'll be worried about slow starts at the beginning of December, really at the end of December.
Yeah.
We can't continue to start slow like that, but game 3 with a group of guys who have never played together until a month ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to be expected, I think.
I was going to say, I wonder how much of this they're kind of just working out and working on the chemistry of the team, and they definitely persevered today a hell of a lot better than they did in the Baylor game. Because the Baylor game, I was concerned. I was like, oh no, who rated these players? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was definitely concerning. But I mean, again, to Tim's point, like these guys have not had very many opportunities to play together. With when you consider the injuries and all this stuff kind of stacked up together, they haven't like they're figuring it out right now. And don't get it twisted. There are a lot of teams that are doing the same thing. I think what people see and it kind of irks them a little bit is seeing teams like, Baylor have that bounce back game against Arkansas, right? Like they're already playing. You talk about a new roster, that's a new roster outside of one returning player from a year ago and a guy who didn't even start all their games a year ago, by the way. So then they got it turned around after their blowout loss in week 1 to the Zags. They turn around and they take care of a very talented Arkansas team. You look at Kentucky, who just beat Duke last night. You got to hand it to them. I mean, that was a good win for them, even though Duke was a little banged up and they let a 17-year-old ball all over them. But a 17-year-old's pretty damn good, and I think he would probably do the same to a lot of teams. We might have a different conversation, though, had he not had those 2 late turnovers in the game and the 2 final possessions for Duke. But you got to give it to Kentucky. You got to give it to Baylor with their bounce back. I think that's the frustration for some Hog fans. It's like, why don't we look that good? These 2 teams I just mentioned, they have a new roster from head to toe. Obviously Kentucky's got a new coach, new staff, and a whole new roster. Why are they – I mean, they just beat Duke, regardless of their injuries, regardless of a 17-year-old who looked like a freaking, a lottery pick. Why do they look to be ahead of Arkansas? And Kentucky fans will just tell you it's Cal. They'll just say it's the Cal effect. Maybe they're
I thought Cal was good during the regular season. What happened?
Right? It's March when he struggles. It's
yeah.
I mean, but that's it really is a dangerous game to get into comparisons, especially first-year Cal, first 3 games with these guys. I get it. Duke is the same kind of scenario. Baylor's the same kind of scenario, but you get into dangerous territory when you're going, well, they did it, so we should too.
Right.
I'm happy with 2 wins. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about the coaching. I'm not complaining about the players at this point. I understand they're figuring it out, and I expect them to continue to figure it out and get better and better. If we don't see improvement, 10 games in, that might be something where we start to get a little bit worried. But we're not Baylor. We're not Kentucky. We're Arkansas, and to compare the 2 or 3, it's just way too early to do that.
Well, and they're different styles, right? Their matchups aren't really. They don't. I don't know. It is something to be said about what they did tonight in the second half, what they did in the second half against Lipscomb, what we saw them kind of do in the second half against Baylor. We're seeing second half adjustments, and again, to your point about it's dangerous to get into that world. You're right. It is. Just stating that's kind of what Hog fans in Discord and on social media, that's what they're seeing and that's their take. And I agree with you. Also, we have to remember they have not been 100%. They have not had an opportunity, I don't think, all offseason where they're all healthy and they're all able to, build this team together and build that camaraderie and that chemistry. That matters. That absolutely matters. So we'll see, and I'm with you. Let's see what's going on the end of December. I'm thrilled to be 2-1. They could, with the way they played in these first halves, they very well could be 0-3. So
not
glad they're able
not to jump the gun here, but I would gladly compare recruiting classes with Kentucky and Baylor right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the way modern day college sports is, it's not like we need a couple years and we'll catch up with you. It's like everybody's buying a new team every year now.
Yeah.
So it's the modern coaches got to figure out how to make a team mesh faster now than ever before.
Yeah.
It's probably why all these guys are retiring. I mean, look, was it Virginia's coach that retired?
Yeah. We had Courtney Mims on a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about that, about these coaches that are retiring at an earlier age. The game has changed so much that it does take a certain type of coach, I think. And listen, Cal is showing signs of that with, first off, with the way he's recruiting. Like, you would imagine that would impact, if anything, recruiting. You know,
Melo's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Sure.
He said, "What are we gonna do against Auburn, though, dude? We got to wait. We got a little time."
Okay, I do. This is a good point. What the hell is going on with the fans in Northwest Arkansas going to Bud Walton? Did you see that? Auburn tonight was playing a nobody, and that place was rocking. Arkansas is ranked.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of hype around Arkansas. They may have lost to Baylor, but why can they not? What is going on with this? They played a nobody on a Wednesday night, Auburn did, and they did just fine. What the hell is going on at Bud Walton Arena? Why are people not going to the games? We saw the U of A actually post, and I don't have it up here. They're actually begging for these tickets back.
Mm-hmm. Give them away if you're not going. I don't know either, because I was so hyped whenever they hired Cal that I went to the press conference in Bud Walton Arena on that Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm as guilty as anybody, though. I haven't went to a game yet.
Well, okay, I'm going to point something out here. The difference might be that the basketball arena for Auburn holds less than half what Bud Walton holds. I mean, it might be a little bit easier to put 9,000 people into an arena than 20.
Yeah, but
I mean, I agree. I agree with you. Arkansas fans should be there. Hell, if I had gotten tickets, I could have been there.
Right.
But it is a little bit easier to find 9,000 than 20,000, I think, for a nobody.
No, we're not debating that, but they were certainly filling those seats. There weren't gaps.
Sure.
They were loud.
Here, it was
they
crazy.
Were loud.
Every game.
So I don't know. I feel like Bud Walton Arena. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, they're a smaller arena. A lot of schools are compared to Arkansas.
Half. Less than half.
But Arkansas, the crowd was never really into this game. To be fair, they didn't lead until the second half. We started to hear the crowd get into it in the second half. I don't know. I think there should have been more people, and at least scoot up, make it look good on TV. Seeing all those gaps, it's like
in wrestling when nobody comes, they curtain off the areas. They scoot them all down. That's what we need to do.
One other thing I want to say here about this early start. I'm going to pull this down a little bit. One other thing I want to say about this early start is we had some teams with Muss that just went out and beat 12-game win streak, 15-game win streak, and then we got to conference and lost our asses in conference.
Wow.
I personally would rather start a little slow. I don't want to lose, but I'm okay with starting slow if we get into conference and we've found our footing and we win in conference. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
It wouldn't mean anything to me to beat Troy by 30 and beat everybody by 30 going into December, and then we lose the first 6 SEC games, and every fan's going, "Oh, this is the Musselman era all over again with Calipari."
Yeah,
I don't want that, man.
Yeah, but if you're beating everyone by 30 points, everyone would be hyped. You're beating some pretty good teams in that gap.
Well, but you know what I'm saying, though. We've we've blown through our non-conference and then gotten to conference and looked pretty average, pretty mid.
Oh yeah, and then find a way, look pretty good against some pretty solid opponents, get those wins, and then lose to Oklahoma in the BOK in Tulsa.
Right. I think they'll fill it up for the Euler game.
Oh, you think so? Oh yeah.
Pacific, I don't think anyone's gonna care. The Illinois game is kind of, I think, when the fans are going to start to show up. Like between Euler and Illinois, I don't know how good Illinois is this year, but I thought they were a pretty good team last year, right? I don't know. Maybe they sucked.
Yeah, we were trying to bid for one of their players last year, and it fell through. Let's look at these Arkansas numbers. Really, we got some people asking about some. Mello, of course, is concerned about rebounds. I don't know if he's talking about Arkansas or another game.
He's talking about Big Z.
He's talking about Big Z. Okay,
there he is. I read it.
Okay, so let's go over the numbers here for Arkansas. Arkansas shoots 24-56, 43% shooting there. This is a big deal. I don't care if it was at home. I don't care who the opponent was. I don't care how tall they were. 10 of 23 outside shooting, almost 44%. Almost 44% shooting. 50% at the free throw line. Again, Tim and I already talked about that.
That's UConn numbers, bro.
You got to get that up. Got to get those numbers up. The rookie numbers.
The rookie numbers, man.
Theo and Big Z tie for the most points. Theo with 19. Okay, 7 boards. He had 5 defensive and 2 offensive rebounds. He also had a steal and a block. Zvonimir, Big Z, 3 turnovers. Well, they both had 3 turnovers. Between the two of them, 6 turnovers. But 5 blocks, 2 boards, 19 points, 3 steals. I think I'm just gonna. I might be going out on a limb here, but 6 of 7 outside shooting. 19 points, 5 blocks. I don't know. I kind of feel like he's gonna get the gold chain tonight, fellas.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he needs it.
Big Z.
That chain is. If you guys don't know, like I know on the screen it's cool, but that chain is heavy as hell. The thing is ridiculous.
No, Big Z's gonna get the gold chain. 6 of 8 shooting, 6 of 7 outside. 19 points total, 5 blocks, man. I mean, that's doing work. Arkansas had 11 blocks on the night, 30 total rebounds. Travis, I don't know if I can keep this on all night. I'm going to try. 30 boards. 30 boards to Troy's 37.
Do it for Z, man.
Do it for Z. Do it for Big Z.
You carry the whole team. You can wear a chain. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. See, we have another gold chain. I was gonna do 2 gold chains tonight. Should we do a second gold chain, and who would get it? Who would get the second gold chain?
Defensively, Boogie, I think. You know who brought a lot of energy to the game defensively for me was Billy Richmond.
Boom! I knew you were gonna say that. I love it. We were talking about that in Discord.
Yeah, man. I wasn't even. My bad. I was arguing with my wife, actually.
Oh yeah.
I swear to God, I didn't get in Discord, but no, I was watching the game. But I was like, man, Billy Richmond is like coming out there, like ready to roll. You know what I mean? He was Was it a consensus 4-star? Or he was a 5-star.
Who?
Billy.
Oh,
he was a 4-star.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm pretty sure
I made the graphics. I swear he was a 5-star on like 1 and then 4-star on 2 others.
He might have been. You get so many 5 stars and 4 stars, you forget.
You just get lost in this big box of stars like marshmallows. You know what I'm saying?
Brim, you're not wrong. I think if I were to give a second gold chain, it would come up between Billy Richmond. I love how that dude, man, he leaves it all out on the floor. He's not going to put up crazy numbers, but he's going to leave it all out on the floor. Tonight, he was 0 points, but he did have 3 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 4 points. Not unbelievable numbers, but you see him going after loose balls. He's on the floor. He's hustling. I think he'll come into his own eventually. He just might be that guy. He just might be like the glue to come off the bench and provide you a little bit of energy. I love Billy Richmond's play, man. But I agree. Second gold chain, I'm going to Mr. T this son of a bitch. Second gold chain would go to Theo. I don't disagree. It's hard to overlook what he did. 7 boards, an assist, a steal, a block.
Even though he missed the dunk, that was weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 2 guys who ended up killing it, both of those chains, both missed dunks. Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird? It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Need to get
I thought the rim play tonight was a little strange, but
yeah.
Arkansas got 23 bench points tonight, 22 points in the paint, 24 points off turnovers, just 4 second chance points tonight, and then 15 fast break points, 3 of 11 on layups. Man, now this can't be right because this says they went 3 for 3 at dunks. That's not right.
Who's that? I'm sorry, I was reading chat.
This is a stat broadcast. Are you seeing the same thing, Tim?
3 for 3 on dunks.
That's what it says. I feel like they missed a dunk. They missed at least 1 dunk, right?
Oh, Arkansas missed 2 dunks. Are you talking about them?
I'm talking about Arkansas.
Yeah, I literally watched them miss 2 dunks.
Well, it says they went 3 for 3. That ain't right.
Is that the ones they actually connected on the rim, like to the rim? Is there a difference?
That's fair. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're 3 of 11.
If they missed it, they called it a layup.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
like
it's still, I defensively they cleaned up better around the rim. I like that. They cleaned up better.
24 points off 24 turnovers. I actually would like to see that number higher, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got 24 turnovers. You'd like to see 30, 35 points at least.
Ty Brennan says Thero is the glue. Fair enough, but I'm saying that Billy plays his ass off and he provides you some energy.
I was going to say Thero is the glue. Billy was the spark.
There you go.
100%.
100%.
When he came in with all that energy, it turned around real quick. Because he was ready to go, man.
So he's your Debo this year?
Yeah, I'm trying. No, not Debo. I'm trying to think. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm very upset with myself that I don't remember this guy's name. He was on our team a couple years ago, but I'm going to look it up. I'll get back to you.
I don't know. I'm over here. I'm flexing my. Yeah, buddy. I pity the fool. Isn't that what Mr. T said?
Yeah.
Like Travis Scott.
Grim called your other gold chain the Dookie gold chain.
Yeah, I know. He's been wanting me to call it that forever. Thero's our best athletic by far.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know about by far. I mean, he is definitely athletic for sure. Lil Joker says, are you thinking of Jalen Williams?
No, because Jay Will usually started. It was a guy that came off the bench. I want to say he was on the 2022 team. I'm actually Googling it right now. So basketball roster.
Ty, if their 3-point shooting improve, this team will be dangerous. I think if one of the biggest criticisms so far has been their inability to deal with that stretch zone that Baylor threw at Arkansas. And there's numerous ways you can attack that. Some coaches will say, well, you could pop the bubble by finding the gap in the zone.
Yep.
And drive into the rim, which is common, or you could find a gap and they're outside in their protection out in the perimeter. Because sometimes if they're not in stretch zone and they're trying to play a little bit closer around the paint or 16 to 15 feet away from the rim, you might be able to set up something outside, create your own look, and start knocking down 3 balls. Not everyone's going to be Steph Curry. I mean, you're not asking anyone to be Steph Curry, but imagine if Z can do something similar like what he did tonight. And you're facing, and I agree. I don't think we're going to be able to rely on him every single night. You're going to need someone else to step up. But imagine if that happens. All of a sudden, the zone is not as much of a threat, right? They're going to have to eventually man up. You're going to have these backdoor cutters, off-ball screens. Everything just kind of opens up if you could stretch the floor a little bit. And when you've got a 7-footer knocking down threes like that, again, I wouldn't be shocked if we don't see that again all year. I wouldn't be shocked. But
what if we do? Adese Tony was the guy I was thinking of, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Adese Tony.
He reminds me of Adese Tony.
Yeah.
Funny story.
Adese
My brother-in-law
was him. Yeah,
my brother-in-law saw him at Dave and Buster's getting smashed on a Sunday after a game when he said he was hammered drunk.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that
he don't go here anymore? I can snitch on him now. It's fine.
Way to go, Kamani Johnson.
Kamani Johnson. That's a
Kamani was too. Yeah. Jay
Yeah.
Will would always take the charges.
They changed the rules of charging because of Jay Will.
Yeah.
That's how important that dude was for us for those, because Boogie actually set up for a good charge tonight, and they were just like, no. Did you see that? Boogie slid like 20 feet. Or 10 feet, Yeah. Then the guy just went ahead and went into the paint and made the shot. But Boogie tried to set up for that, take the charge, but they just didn't even call it.
Yeah. 11 blocks tonight. Did that ever happen under Muss? I know we had. I don't think we had anyone. We had a couple of 10 block nights.
Did we? It was probably Williams, or maybe.
We had some double-digit block nights with Muss.
Not many,
we
though.
Definitely did.
But yeah, they
there were some nights.
Right. I feel like that's right. He had last year they blocked pretty well. They're a pretty decent blocking team. Troy had 5 tonight. They also had 8 steals. Arkansas had the 16 steals. A number I'm not super in love with right now. I love 14 assists. That's great. I don't like the 14 turnovers by Arkansas. So you're dead even. Oh man, I dropped my marker. I was chewing on that good. I got another one.
You gotta get a vape, dude.
You got to keep a couple of markers, like Travis keeps a couple can of beer.
Yeah, you know what's surprising?
Fair.
I'm on Agua tonight. I got to work tomorrow, boys.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta
every
work
day
more.
till I die, man. You know?
Yeah. Chasing paper, man.
Yeah, trying.
14 turnovers, 14 assists, not bad. 16 steals is incredible. That's a really nice number. 11 blocks is great. I love how much they like they were a different team in the second half, and obviously knocking down however many threes it was in the second, shooting 44% compared to the way you started out. Again, you were 0 for your first 5, I think 1 for your first 7 outside, and then you clean that up and you shoot north of 75-80% in the second half. Again, outside. That's a gorgeous thing. Love seeing that. And it does show you so far that, you know what, they're making second half adjustments. That is happening. You know, unfortunately they came up a little short against Baylor, but tonight and Lipscomb they did a really good job. Yeah, they don't play again until Monday. And who is it? It's Pacific?
Yeah, Pacific. Yeah, which is didn't even know they had a basketball team. I don't even know what school that is. So I don't feel terrible about it. No, not really. It's just one of them one. So I have a question because you guys know basketball better than me. Do those little schools that come in, does the basketball team pay them money like we pay football teams to come in and just beat the crap out of them?
That's actually a good question. I don't know.
I was wondering because that's a lot of money, right? Unless they pay them like $100,000 or something.
Well, football will get, north of like
millions.
Yeah, they get. Well, I think depending on how far they travel, I know they used to factor that in. It would be, if it was like a Louisiana school, it's like $800,000. Now I think it is $1 million or more.
Damn.
I could be wrong.
That's start a football team.
Surely it's not that much.
It's high.
Difference between traveling over 50 people and traveling.
Oh yeah.
20.
For football and basketball. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they do pay them, and we see how they make these schedules. They make them up as they go. I mean, I remember that with Muss. He's just like, they're going to do this, this, and this. And of course he would always say, well, someone else is in charge of scheduling, but you felt like they were just kind of making it up as they went and they were being pretty vocal about it. And it's like, okay, they're doing this really fast. Are they? And because I kind of thought the same thing. Are they paying? Are they like, is this what's like, is there no payment involved? I feel like that would add a little bit more time. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's this school, there's that school. And I'm sure like these negotiations go on for months before they're announced, I'm sure. But so Pacific, they play in the WCC. Okay. Yeah. Oregon State.
Western Coastal, is that what that is? Western Coastal Conference?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean they got Gonzaga. Damn.
Really?
Santa Clara.
All right, what's these dudes' record? I need to see if we're gonna get stunned or not here.
Oregon State, Oregon State, St. Mary's, and Washington State and Gonzaga are all undefeated. San Francisco, they haven't played any of those. They are 3-1 coming into this game.
Yeah,
I take that back. They're 3-1, and they've got North Arizona on the 14th.
The prediction on that is 98.1% for Arkansas to win. They're 1.9.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
No respect.
Yeah.
Damn, Euler ain't getting much either. Euler's only got a 2.5% chance according to ESPN.
That's a little higher than I thought, actually.
Really?
Wait. Say that again. Say it again.
Euler has a 2.5% chance, and Pacific.
Oh, okay. No. Okay. Oh, that's a little. All right. Yeah.
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 So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
Boss Hog 420 said Pacific is the team that knocked out Kentucky last year in the NCAA tournament. I thought that was who was that?
No, that's Oakland.
Yeah.
Oakland knocked out Kentucky last year. Right? Am I tripping?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was I don't know, they had a couple of years in a row that I just remember being like, ha, you guys are terrible.
Well,
they can't wait to do that to us, dude. If Cal loses in the first round this year, we're going to hear about it for a year.
Oh God,
be so bad.
Ty, you dropping the link tonight? Wait, what link? What link are you talking about?
I think he wants to call in and go off for an hour.
Oh, does he? Does he want to call in?
Do it.
He's typing in all caps. His fingers are sore. He's like, I'm ready to scream.
Yeah, he wants to get on to us. I'll
do it. Do it.
I like it.
Call in.
Do it.
Set us straight. I'm sure we got something wrong.
Yeah, like, you're all idiots.
I like.
Well, we've already been called the Three Stooges tonight. So.
Oh, really? Who said that?
Nice.
It was Mason, I think.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Mason, come on now.
I'm Curly, bro.
Oh, I see it. Mason
Huckabee. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I'm the one with the gold chains. How about that, buddy?
Yeah.
I'm the one with the gold chains.
The Dookie gold chain.
The Dookie gold chain. That's right.
The other one's the Dookie House.
That's all right, man. I've been called worse than a Three Stooges, so I'll live with it.
Did you see that Wagner, and this has to be pointed out, Wagner played 37 minutes tonight. 0 points.
Yeah, Wagner kind of sucks.
It's feeling like Bronny James.
We're getting beat down by your dad. We're bossed around.
To be fair,
to the G League.
To be fair, he did lead the team in steals. He had 4 steals, and he did have 5 assists. So it's not like he did absolutely nothing.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, no points tonight. Too bad.
Okay. Bronny James. He's our Bronny James.
Oh no.
Did Bronny James play defense? Because I'm not sure.
Why do you have that as your name, Brim? Why?
I can't see it. What does it say?
It says BBN Brim.
What's up, Brim?
Hey, I'm at work. I had to sneak in real quick to rock with you guys. Good evening. Good evening. BBN Brim is in the building.
Oh no! Are you jumping ship, man?
Well, I'm an operations manager, so I can step away whenever I feel like it.
There you go.
Fair enough.
It's just that I got to get back to it because I got a lot of work and reports and stuff around the country. But let's get to this Hawk basketball. Okay.
Don't want to get you in trouble.
So Melo is my guy. Melo's the basketball head, right? And he said Big Z been playing kind of trash because he ain't getting rebounds. And I do need to see Big Z get more boards. But
agreed.
Big Z was putting in that work with the block shots and that 3-point shot. Phenomenal. The thing is, I'm cool with it if we had Adu getting those boards, but we do need Big Z to clean up more on the boards. Too many second chance points from other teams. It's happening a little too much for my comfort zone. Knox had some decent energy coming out, but he was being selfish. He was trying to, make an impact. He was just trying so hard. And that's why he was looking selfish, because he was just trying to find a shot, and some of them shots was not good. Wagner is struggling. And I hope he can find his game and play within the game. The offense has got to improve, though. It's just a lot of dribble. I mean, I'm having too many much flashbacks right now with the Cows offense right now.
I agree.
It's got to improve. It's going to keep it.
I was going to ask you, don't you think the offense generally improves within the next month or two?
Absolutely. That's why I'm patient. I'm not tripping too hard. I'm just pointing out what I'm seeing and saying, hey, my antenna's up, but I'm not tripping on it yet. But time will tell. If it becomes a trend, then it's something that we be like, okay, this is an issue. But we're only 3 games in, so it's like, and the team has not been healthy. I mean, that's why BBN coming at us, they feeling good, and they should feel good about themselves. They had a phenomenal win. I don't give a hoot nanny. I'm not watching the games. I'm not watching Kentucky games. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go in there and troll them. I'm not going to be like, oh, you suck. Only time I'm going to talk junk to them is when they talk junk to us. Shout out to Sports Live Reactions. You know what I did today? I made a comment and I disappeared. I come back and make a comment and I disappear. I don't want to see BBN talk junk to me all night. I want to enjoy my game, watching my hogs in peace, and that's what I did.
I think Melo's on the call. I think Melo wants to speak.
Yeah, you gotta let Melo call in when my phone's gonna die soon. I just wanted to say that Theo is the man. Theo is the man. Theo got the juice.
Yeah.
Theo was good tonight, no doubt about it. I appreciate you calling in, Brim.
No doubt. We need John L. Davis healthy too. We need just help. We need these guys to get healthy, man. Seriously, man. Really do. We need to play some of the other guys and let them get healthy. You know, I'm just saying. I mean, maybe I'm tripping, but the Dookie Gold Rope chain, I think Thiero might have deserved it a little bit more than Big Z, but it's fair that you gave both of them a chain. So give them the Slick Rick Gold Dookie Rope chain, sponsored by Direct Service Overhead. You heard?
Got the mud flaps out and everything tonight, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God, that's great.
All right, let me get back to work and get in the chat
All
game
right.
and listen. And Mello, I'm here. I'm listening to you, Mello. Talk to me, basketball minds here. You know, so talk to me, my brother.
Go charge that
appreciate you
phone,
doing
bro.
Yeah, it's about
Appreciate
to
you, bro.
See you, man.
Peace.
All right, what's up, Mello? What do you got, man?
Oh man,
This
hey,
whoop
y'all
big?
got the
Oh,
wrong
shit.
one, man. This will
My
be
bad.
never know, fellas. How y'all
It's
doing,
like-
man? How y'all doing, man?
Gold chain. You know what? I'm just gonna pull Mello up on here too. There you go, man.
Do it.
What's up? What's
there it
up,
is.
fellas?
What's up, buddy?
What's up? How y'all
Let's let
doing, man?
Mello got on the call first. Let's let Mello start. My bad, Whoopig.
Man, this all I'm saying, man. Big Z shooting the threes, that's all cool, fine, and dandy. But against better competition, man, I feel like he gonna have to rebound the ball. I feel like he's not gonna be it's not gonna be that open. Like when we played Baylor, it wasn't that open. So we can't get hyped out for this game because when we played a good team, it wasn't like that. Like we can't forget what we saw when we played a good team. Like Troy probably one of the bottom teams in the Sun Belt or wherever they play in. That's all I'm saying, man. I'd rather him be rebounding than shooting all the threes. Cause like how he shoot more threes than rebounds he made. That's all I'm saying.
No, but when he does play around the rim on defense, man, he's still getting pushed around.
That's
And
a problem, Ty.
He's
That's
not.
all I'm saying.
And I don't disagree, but if he's going to knock down some threes, get it going, provide that spark, I'm also not mad at that.
But
I mean,
you see,
Somebody's got to rebound. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
We can't lose the rebound battle every single game or we're going to be in trouble. Somebody's got to rebound. You expect your 7-2 guy to rebound, but if he's not going to do it, somebody's got to step up and do it. You're 100% right.
that's all I'm saying. And when
Hero
we
had
play
7 tonight. And
when we
let's
play-
not forget, Brazil was on fire until he rolled his ankle. He had 5 boards,
yeah.
2 offensive rebounds. Between him and Thiero, that's 12 rebounds right there.
Brazil's used to glass, so that's a problem.
Nah, he need to get a sponsorship from Anglesoft.
that's all I'm
That's
saying about
big
Big
love.
Z. I ain't no Big Z. I mean, I ain't no Big Z hater, but I prefer my big 7'3" to be rebounding, man. And when we got to rely on like Brazil and the guards to rebound, like number 3 had more rebounds than 7'3". Like I can't get down with that. Now when Auburn got a big boy down there that's killing, Alabama got a big boy down there grabbing boards. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to win the national championship. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, no, I hear you. You're not wrong, dude. I this was a concern that I had because listening to Kentucky fans, listening to their podcasts, and the things that they would complain about with Big Z was he got pushed around and he didn't hustle to those cleanup rebounds or cleanup boards. And this is clearly still an issue with him. I hear you. Listen, you got a big like that can stretch the floor. Not very many teams have that. We'll see if he can continue doing that, but I have a feeling I don't want to put like a voodoo on anybody. I kind of feel like this is going to be his game.
You're gonna do it.
I think he's going to be an outside. They're going to want him standing around, being another guy outside, taking shots, and meanwhile having Brazil and Thiero and guys clean up underneath. I'm with you. Someone's got to get rebounds. You're not wrong. And if you want to compete in this league now, it's not the same as it used to be in the SEC. The pedigree of coaches are higher. The pedigree of players are better, and the bigs are better, even though they're kind of going the way of the dodo bird.
And I just want to say, let me say this one thing, Ty. And Bruce Pearl, he gonna come get him. If Bruce Pearl, how he run that offense, he gonna pick on Z every time. Y'all seen the other game? Bruce Pearl gonna come get him.
That'll be wrong.
You know what I hate about the bigs we always get at Arkansas? They're always soft. They're tall as hell, but it's like they're always. Remember when we think about the years that we did good with Muss, right? We played the Baylor team. They had that huge dude, but he was stout as hell. I don't even know his name.
I hate it when you do that. I'm so bad about names on the spot.
Like, what the hell is
he does
going
that
on?
all the time. I don't know.
I got one more for you that I don't know his name. It was the kid on oh geez. Who do we get our ass kicked by the year before last in the tournament?
Duke.
No, I wouldn't Duke. It was the year after that. Maybe it was Duke. You know what?
Probably was Duke. Duke made us look like little boys out there.
Yeah, they did, man. My
That's
point
a
is
problem.
that every damn team that we play that is especially a championship contending team, their big guy is stout. He's not just tall. He's a bully. You know what I mean? And it seems like we never get a hold of one of those.
Well, for your way back Razorback fans, we all long for the days when you had Cordell Williamson and Darnell Robinson and Lee Wilson to rotate through there because they were all big and nobody was pushing any of them around. Nobody was pushing them around, and we just don't get that style of big man anymore.
I was a small child then.
Yeah, Ty, I'm gonna get off Ty, but all I'm gonna say is, man, I feel like it was a good game for Big Z, but just think about the Baylor game, man, and how ineffective he was in the whole game, bro. And when we playing a good team, bro, like Troy, they not that good. When we play a good team, bro, we gonna need rebounding, and that's why we lost to Baylor, because we couldn't rebound. And when we got somebody 7'3", I feel like that's what he gotta give us some more than 2. He give us 5. Trevor Brazil had 5. He only played the first half.
Again, I don't disagree. But I mean, listen, when you're shooting 6 or 7, you don't mind him outside against a team like Troy doing that. I hear you. Against Baylor, they should have done better. But guess what? He wasn't the only one getting pushed around underneath the rim. That's a team. It's a team problem, not necessarily just a Big Z problem, right? I mean, 7'2" guy needs to be closer to the rim, needs to not do the thing that we've had other bigs try to do, which is stretch the floor, knock down, open looks outside instead of moving the ball around a little bit. That's been the case for, this is nothing new. We tried this with Connor Vanover and it didn't work. And then when you tried to push him to the goal or to the rim, he didn't want to play down there. The same with Brazil a year ago. Brazil wanted to be another guy. Brim, I can remember Brim and I going on and on about this last year. He just wants to be another guy, and it didn't work. You want him closer to the rim. You want him to get boards. You want cleanup shots underneath. You need him to be closer. And so I don't disagree. But again, I'm going to listen, 6 of 7, 19 points, bro. He's getting the chain. I'm sorry.
I think number 3 should get the chain, man. Number 3 was killing. If you think about it, we came out the second half. He had the first 6 points at the second half.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And he had 7 boards too.
And a 3.
Yeah. You're not
but
wrong.
I ain't no Big Z. Shout out Big Z, man. Keep doing anything if you're watching. Hey, go get a rebound if you're watching, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
Keep that headband on. Keep that headband on.
Keep the headband on. That's right. Oh, we lost Woo Pig. Woo Pig had to bounce.
Yeah, he had to work.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
You guys work late at night, man. That's tough.
Yeah, these dudes, that's dedication, man. They're calling in when they're at work and stuff, like Brim. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree about what he's saying at all. I mean, he's right. They're struggling right now on the boards. We're talking about their 3-point shooting. They're getting out rebounded. I agree. But man,
the only thing that saved us on the rebounds was actually shooting 67% in the second half.
Yeah,
it was a double-digit deficit before we started hitting shots.
Yeah,
so we really can't rely on that. We're not going to shoot 70% ish in a half most of the time. So we got to rebound for sure.
Yeah, got to clean that up. I don't disagree. And yeah, Thero, I was very impressed. He kind of quietly snuck up, and all of a sudden you look at the stat sheet, and it's like, whoa, shit, he's got 16 points. And then he had 7 boards. He had a block. But again, Zvonimir, maybe he'll get better. Maybe he'll, I don't know, get a little bit more aggressive underneath, not get pushed around so much. But again, he's not the only guy getting pushed around underneath. There's not guys that aren't playing closer to the rim. Their post play on defense at times is strange. I think this all goes back to what Brim said and what we've mentioned already. They're still trying to figure out how to play together. They're still trying to find that chemistry, and maybe they'll get this all cleaned up. I know this is very, very similar to last year. What we've seen out of this team so far, very similar to what was going on with Muss last year. You hope it's not a repeat in terms of wins and losses, but this roster, just like last year, is very talented. Boogie Fland is him. That dude had no points for the first, 9 minutes of this game? He had no points, and all of a sudden you look up, he had 6 or whatever points in the first half. He didn't tear it up as far as scoring. He ended up with 12 points, but he did have 7 assists and 3 steals. So he ended up having a hell of a game. I thought he was going to go on a run there in the second half when all of a sudden Arkansas turned it on offense. I thought, oh, this is Boogie style right here, bro. This is about to get crazy.
This team definitely plays better when we're moving, when everybody.
They do. Their transition, man, when they get going, their fast break points, I'm kind of surprised they're not higher. I'm kind of surprised their fast break points aren't a little higher. 15. I guess when you think about how slow they were in the first half, that's not super surprising, but I think that number is going to have to come up for this team to get some things turned around on offense. Transition offense is going to have to get some things better. Up.
Yep, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming on. We're going to do this again. I want you to know you're coming back on again.
I'm good with it, man.
Okay.
When are we recording our SEC Unleashed, our next episode? Say recording. When are we going live?
Wednesday or Thursday, one of the two. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, since we're not going to do the one this week, let's at least get some Texas Arkansas predictions out there.
I'm holding mine off till Thursday.
I don't want to talk about
it. Cowards.
We know what's going to happen.
I got a Thursday show I got to do. I don't want to give it all away.
All right.
You tell us. You want to tell us your prediction?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to hold it till Thursday.
I have a show to do on Thursday, sir.
Maybe I'll show up on your show.
It's going to be Courtney Mims, and we're probably going to do it it's going to be a call-in. That's the idea.
Maybe I'll show up on your show.
Well, there you go, man.
I'll hold it till Thursday and show up on your show.
Why did my nose start running as soon as we went live? My nose has been running the whole damn show. All right. I think I'll give mine because I don't know. Thursday is going to be – I'm not going to be here. Well, I definitely think we're going to lose. But we'll start there. But I think right now is going to really put that Sam Pittman's off a bye week to the test, because he had such a good record off the bye week, and we've already fumbled that once this year, and it's like, is now the time you come out and actually put up some kind of a fight, or do you just get your ass kicked? Talent-wise, sure, they're better than we are. I think they have a better team chemistry in the whole nine. I think on both sides of the ball, they're a stouter team and a more talented team. But we thought that about Tennessee too. I thought Tennessee was gonna dominate us. So it really depends. We're definitely getting some key players back. Like we're getting JJ back most likely. Taylon's good. I think Russell is coming on like a decent hamstring, stuff like that. So, or not decent hamstring. I think his hamstring is decent again. I swear to God, he pulled it in that one run. Remember when he ran and he stopped? Yeah. He's like, no.
They said it was a cramp, and then
that was a hammy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This kind of makes me sad. I wish I hadn't brought it up now.
Yeah, good
job. Because I'm watching the greatest homer of all time not have his usual homerness.
Well,
Travis is the ultimate Arkansas homer. and he just said we're gonna lose. So
hey, you didn't let me finish though. I was about to say depends on which Arkansas team shows up. I feel like I say that every damn week, but if
that's who Arkansas is.
Yeah, it's who we are. We don't know who the hell is coming.
They are I wrote it. By the way, Enemy Insiders up, Patreon supporters. Enemy Insiders up, and I literally write that Arkansas is the poster child for quote unquote the cliche. Depends on which team shows up.
Yeah. But if that team that played Tennessee showed up and the Texas that played Vandy shows up, because I think Texas is going to overlook Arkansas completely.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I'll be happy if they only beat us by like 3. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But if somehow Arkansas does pull it out of their ass and beats them, I think it'll be so lucky. It'll be like a 2-3 point thing, I don't think it'll happen, but I think they have a shot if they actually come out to play this week.
Mm-hmm.
So who the hell knows, right?
I'm still practice, but he partially practiced. Well, no, Pittman said he practiced all week last week, though. I mean, I have the transcript, and I was in that Zoom call. I don't recall him saying. Maybe I missed it.
Last I heard, he practiced all week.
Practiced all week last week. Jaquindon Jackson is who's expected to be back. I guess is back. I guess Pittman said that today. So
yeah, Jackson was
all right.
questionable on the chart, I think, but I didn't hear today's thing with Pitt. But if I'm Bobby Petrino, I am putting Singleton and Taylor Green right there, and I'm alternating them reps because even if Green is good, he gets hurt a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm sure by this point he's gonna have Singleton ready to freaking go, which arguably could go either way. Who knows? Because I know that he got in, and did a little bit of mop-up duty against Ole Miss, but still, I think with the proper preparation, Singleton could be a lot more effective against anybody.
Well, and I don't want to I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but assuming Sam keeps his job, which I think 6 wins.
I think he's gonna, dude.
Yeah, I think after Louisiana Tech, it's gonna be. I mean, it's a done deal. But I shouldn't say that. I just feel very strongly he'll be back. So then it's about retaining Bobby. I don't know what you want to do with this defensive staff, bro. They need work, and it's got to start with some of these position coaches. But I'm curious about the what the quarterback battle, if there is one, and I think there should be one going into the offseason, what that'll look like, and how they'll address that. And, because spring camp, Taylor Green was the guy from start to finish. What are you laughing at? You guys laughing? I don't know what the hell you're laughing at.
This
It throws me off. I don't know what the hell you're laughing at.
I'm reading the chat. Yeah, I'll laugh at you and read the chat.
He said, I hope Texas beats the job out of us. I'm sorry, guys, but there's 2 things just on this Pittman retention situation for me. I think, number one, I think everybody's hope was that he was going to retire. That dude's not retiring. The other day, he sounded like he was going to get in and out of that hip surgery. That was everybody's hope. Dude, he's not going to retire. They're going to fire his ass, and he's going to win 6 this year, and they're going to keep him. That's my opinion. Because they're not going to come up with $11 or $12 million just because if he's good enough. For whatever reason, I just think Arkansas is unserious about that. And they're like, they'll keep coming. You know what I mean? I'm serious, dude. I don't know. I don't see him getting rid of Sam.
Well, that's talk for another day anyway.
Yep.
I just wanted Texas, but I can't hold Ty to Texas till tomorrow. So tomorrow, Ty.
That's right.
Hey, good. You'll give me something to listen to tomorrow while I'm working.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point. You all know this. You're in this game. You ought to know. That's the whole point. You leave them. You can't give the whole slice of bread away. You leave some crumbs, and then you come back, and then you do your thing. All right. I appreciate you guys. Again, this is Travis Ford and Tim Neal, and these guys. The 3 of us are on SEC Unleashed. We're going to be live at some point next week. We're going to obviously react to what happened over the weekend. Probably talk a little Razorback hoops and all of the SEC, but obviously we might be slightly biased to Arkansas. So of course we're going to talk about them a little bit, but I appreciate you boys, everyone in chat. Thank you for being here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on your way out. Go subscribe to SEC Unleashed, and also shout out to ASN, Arkansas Sports Network, on Facebook. Go like and follow their page. So all right, that's gonna do it. You guys have anything else you want to throw out there? I'm really bad about
Hogs by 90. Let's go.
Hogs by 90. There you go.
All right.
There it is. Appreciate you, boys, and everyone in chat. Go subscribe to Patreon. Killer cards.
And like the damn post. Come on.
There you go. All right. We'll see you guys.
See ya.